Good afternoon. I think it's the afternoon. It's so nice to be here in Roseville. Thank you so much. I really appreciate the opportunity to be highlighting Roseville. My name is Charlie Zelle, and I'm chair of the Metropolitan Council, and it's my honor to represent the council and to highlight the incredible progress made with housing. Met Council works with 181 different cities, townships, 7 counties, governments, nonprofits, developers, incredible array of stakeholders, and all of it with a common vision to make vibrant communities. And I can't understate the importance of housing and affordable housing, and you can only think about the importance of shelter on a nice little rainy day here in Minnesota. Thank goodness we're in the most beautiful atrium in this project, and it really is a wonderful example of the housing and what some of our incredible affordable housing projects could be in the metro. I'm also here with Councilmember Robert Lilligren, who is the chair of our Met Council Community Development Committee, and I'm really thrilled that we're joined also by Mayor Dan Rowe from Roseville, and also Community Development Director Janice, who I was just talking to. Anyway, Jerry, I'm sorry Peter Lindstrom, who is from District 10 here at the Met Council, and he had another engagement, couldn't be with us today. But the reason we're here is after adopting the 2050 Regional Vision, a development guide that happens every 10 years, we get toward implementation. And that's where we go through city by city, township by township, work on developing a comprehensive plans. And there's no better tool for advancing affordable housing, we think, than having proper advanced planning and having the kind of alignment toward large regional goals, but we know the action really happens at the local level. And it really is cities who implement their plans that make all the difference. And everybody asks us, so how does it really work? And I think it works best when you show wonderful examples of success. And that's what we're celebrating here today. Twin Lake Station, 525 units, all affordable at some level. There's an incredible shortage of housing in the metro area. We have as much as 44,000 deficit units in the area, and when you have 500 in one community, that makes a huge difference. To give you and I have some of the arithmetic here about the shortages of housing that makes up that 44,000. Actually, for market rate housing, we are actually meeting the need. The developers could find enough to actually fit the market desire for market rate housing. But affordable housing for the housing targets within 50 to 80% medium income, that also has not been a problem. But we've only built 28% of the housing that we need for people making between 30 and 50% of area median income. And when you think about those earning less than $39,000 a year, we have only met the needs of only 5% of that population. So all housing matters, all abundance of housing raises it the pool for everybody, but knowing that the challenge we have in this region for appropriate, affordable, beautiful housing is really striking. I just want to could wax on more about our housing vision, but there is one person who would be best to articulate that. That is the chair of our Community Development Committee, Robert Lilligren, who in his day job plays a really important role as a community leader.
Aside from being at Met Council. Robert.
Yeah, thanks. Thank you. Thanks, Chair Zelle. It's an honor to be here with Mayor Rowe and here at Twin Lake Station. This is beautiful. So thanks for hosting us. I am Robert Lilligren, Met Council member for District 6, which is essentially all of South Minneapolis, or most of it. I also chair the Community Development Committee, and that's where the Livable Community Grants programs are considered, established, and awards are recommended. And since the Livable Communities Act was passed in 1995, the Met Council has made 1,400 grants totaling $553 million to metro communities. And when the Minnesota legislature passed the Livable Communities Act, they were thinking of projects like this, like the Twin Lakes Station. I get by this site quite a bit. I'm in Roseville maybe 2 or 3 times a week. I have a family connection. I've driven by this site hundreds of times probably over the years. My grocery store is here in Roseville, my bank, my car wash, other services. And so I've seen this site when it was sort of an abandoned or vacant industrial site, when it was a beautiful vacant lot. And then I've watched this development come out of the ground, and it has really been something. And before I was on the Met Council, I served for 12 years as a municipal elected official, so I'm always looking at communities with my sort of municipal governance eye, and I'm constantly impressed by Roseville and what you're doing here. I can tell that you welcome development, you do it in a very orderly way, whether that's commercial or beautiful residential development like this. And as we know in government, to realize a vision, you need a plan. And the City of Roseville's vision for redevelopment and developing this 300-acre industrial site was not an easy site to develop. When the trucking terminal stopped operations here, it left contaminated soil behind that threatened the environment. It kept new developers from coming in. And that's just one of the pieces Met Council can assist with Livable Communities development grants, cleanup. In the first year of the program, the Met Council granted $218,000 to clean up this old Midwest Motor site. And between 1996 and today, Livable Communities development grants have provided over $2 million to cover additional cleanups and conduct marketplace studies to help the City of Roseville realize your vision. But the Met Council regional funding was just one piece of the puzzle. Other partners in the Twin Lakes Station area include the Minnesota Pollution Control Agency, the U.S. Environmental Protection Agency, the U.S. Department of Housing and Urban Development, the Minnesota Department of Employment and Economic Development, and Ramsey County. This is just one example of the broad partnerships we need to make projects like this possible. And we're always looking for the next great idea. To talk more about the City of Roseville's work, I'm going to ask Mayor Dan Rowe to join us. Welcome, Mayor Rowe.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I am Dan Rowe, I'm the mayor of Roseville, and I had to think of what my opening remark was going to be, and I decided that given today's weather, I think that everybody is here could not be qualified as a fair weather fan of affordable housing. But on to the important information. I did want to talk about sort of our process to come to this point, and it involved Roseville leaders, residents, and business owners who understand the need for new housing and home preservation across a continuum of housing types and price points in Roseville. As a community, we've used planning efforts like the 10-year comprehensive plan update process to guide the development of such housing in Roseville. In the last 5 years, Roseville has added nearly 1,000 new homes and apartments. That includes both market rate and affordable apartments, affordable senior apartments, single-family homes, as well as townhomes, twin homes, and duplexes, or what's known as the missing middle type of housing. These are homes for teachers, police officers, firefighters, nurses, restaurant servers, and mechanics in our community. These are homes for children who are leaving the nest for the first time. They're also for aging parents who are looking to downsize, as well as people looking to become homeowners maybe for the first time or make another change in their lives. Roseville is a community located literally at the crossroads of the Twin Cities. We're fortunate to have actually more jobs in Roseville than residents. Much of our population actually leaves Roseville to go to jobs during the day, but we have a tremendous population that comes into our community each day to work and do commerce. We know that planning for immediate and future housing needs is critical to our community's success. The Imagine 2050 planning process is the next opportunity for our community to come together and evaluate housing needs, market conditions, and other factors. And today we're at the Twin Lakes Station, as was mentioned, where we've added more than half of those 1,000 units that we talked about adding in the last 5 years. So this project itself represents half of our increase in housing in Roseville, or housing units in Roseville, in the last 5 years. This is where developers, with the help, as was noted, of the city, the county, the state, the federal government, basically work to transform these, what were trucking terminals, into the housing and businesses that you see around us. And I did want to just take a moment to note that in addition to the affordable housing that's on the large sites here, we have the business development, which happened closer to the main street. We also have market rate apartments that were developed just to the west of us, and another business development just south of that. And so this area really was ripe for development, and a lot of important things came together at the same time to make it happen after a lot of waiting in the community. But I think it was, as was noted, testament to all of the planning that we did as a community, and definitely the comprehensive planning process is kind of the underpinnings of that planning effort in communities like Roseville. I just did want to note, since I'm here to kind of tout Roseville, that in addition to building new homes, the City of Roseville has also listened to our community input, and as a result is helping residents stay in their homes. We've provided in the last decade about 82 loans to people, which has totaled over $5.5 million to do home improvements, to adapt existing housing for aging owners or for the needs of new people moving into the housing market. We've also provided down payment assistance to first-generation home buyers, people who are the first in their family ever to try to buy a home. That's been important to us. And we've also partnered with Twin Cities Habitat for Humanity to invest over $1 million into a land trust. And that land trust has been used to purchase and rehab 12 homes in Roseville. And we probably would have done more because there's more people in Roseville who are interested in contributing their homes to that process than we have the capacity to actually build out. And so that's kind of a fortunate position to be in. But it's really provided an opportunity to maintain an affordable home ownership option in our community, which is really important for people that get into home ownership for the first time and are able to start building wealth in their family, which is really, as we all know, important for people's long-term success. So as you can probably tell, we're proud of the work we've done to create and preserve housing at all price points in Roseville, and we'll continue to use our planning process through the Metropolitan Council and the state's comprehensive planning update process that happens every 10 years, where we get a chance to really work with our community, talk to our residents and our businesses and other stakeholders to make sure that our plans for the future can accomplish the goals that we've all set for ourselves in a way that works for the City of Roseville.
Thank you so much, Mayor Rowe, and also I want to acknowledge we're joined by Councilmember Chai Lee, who's an East Metro Council member of Metro Council. Really, you stated it, what's happening here in Roseville. I'm thrilled that we could highlight this project, this city. When you think about cities, they are definitely living, growing, changing, organic systems. And it just warms my heart that I checked the Google mapping to find out where exactly are we going this afternoon. And there's a picture of all these trucks, and I said to my assistant, "Is like, is this project not built yet?" She goes, "No, it's definitely there." But it's a wonderful before and after because it wasn't that long ago, and to see how this whole area was transformed. I mean, it shows the opportunity for infill development within the city cores, and when you have vibrant cities, it is having this wonderful access to recreation, to jobs, and of course, I have to say this because this is the Met Council, to incredible transit opportunities. The A line And we also now have microtransit in Roseville, so you can get around and live affordably. So with that, thank you again. This has been a wonderful tribute, and starting very soon, the implementation of 2050 vision starts with some really smart staff work, and I mean not just Met Council, and absolutely, but also the city staffs working together, developing opportunities for the next 10 years. So we're really looking forward to that, and this is a good kind of momentum example to get that going. So with that, we are all open for any questions anybody has, and if not, we're happy to put down the mic and enjoy our company.